Alright, this should be going live now. Sorry for the delay. I was trying to make sure that the game audio would work, and suddenly, I guess some settings decided to change themselves in OBS, which is what, all the cool kid pro gamers use. And clearly I am a little bit rusty on. So let me just check this real quick, make sure that it is actually working. And then I'll switch to Master Duel, and we'll get this started. Yeah, so this is live. Alright, I did it successfully. No chats yet, but I'm gonna go over to this. Master Duel is timing out here because I have taken too heckin' long. Maybe I can make my face a little bit bigger here. There we go. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. So I'm gonna give people a few minutes to fill in here, and in the meantime, I think I can give a little recap of what happened last week for those who are tuning in later when the full stream goes up, because it was a lot. I played through 20 heckin' ranked duels in one sitting after already having been grinded for several hours beforehand so that I could get out of gold. And I played a slightly rusty Sapphire Surprise build and a rainbow deck with the Crystal Beasts and Rainbow Dragon, which started as like a silly control build, but then over time I just kept adding more engines to it. Main one I was excited to try was Thunder Dragon Colossus, recently unbanned in the TCG, so I'm going to start taking it seriously here on Master Duel. I didn't think I could summon Colossus consistently, but since then I have figured out quite a few combos, which I'm excited to show off. I also put in like Fossil Dyna Pachycephalo right at the end. I guess it went back to being a control build. It's somewhere between control and turbo, depending on how I feel. So, yeah, excited to try out some new combos here, because I am apparently the Crystal Beast combo guy now. I make some pretty wacky decks. And this has, started a few minutes late, although I also meant to schedule this stream for an hour later, but I accidentally scheduled it for 3 o'clock. So according to YouTube analytics, this is not when my subscribers are most active, but I'm trying some new times to see when the most people can make a stream. Let's see, Master Duel's got a new duel pass just the other day. Anything good here? I mean, it's not going to be Crystal Beast stuff, but I guess someday they might put a Crystal Beast reward in here. It's Linkuriboh as the new mate, just to taunt us for how it just got banned in the TCG, not because Linkuriboh itself is too powerful, but it just simply enabled too much, giving the player a way to put their own monster in the graveyard without losing resources. Yeah, so I'm just gonna start up a duel and see what silliness I get up to. I've not checked what exactly made it to the end of this build in the previous stream, so I'm not sure to what extent this is a combo build or control build, but yeah, let's find out together. I just know it's gonna have Colossus and Pachycephalo, and I didn't, this will get a Colossus. This hand is a little too good. I'm using the Nemesis, so I need one banish to search for a Nemesis. But it's max C. That said, I can still set up a very oppressive board under max C. It's going to take one special summon, or... no, that won't leave me with quite enough crystals, or... No, I'm gonna go for... I could go for Rainbow Ruins here. I would have Conclave, Miracle, Ruins, but not quite enough to get what is a very big combo between Conclave and Ruins. Well, I'm gonna go for Awakening. I think I might have to go for a smaller opening here and just settle for Necro Valley. I don't love it, but I think I can also get Baguska with that Necro Valley. Though that's going to give the opponent an extra draw off of the Max C. I don't like to give my opponent draws off Max C. So I might just play it very, very conservatively here. No background audio! Hold on. Oh no, I'm in the middle of a duel and I gotta figure out the background audio. Oh, right. Here. That should be better for background audio. I think I forgot to turn that back up while I was fixing things. Sorry about that. Let me know if the audio is working now. Do I want the Necro Valley? Or do I want the Rainbow Bridge? Now I think I want Rainbow Bridge. Now that I'm looking at it. Because I'm going to need to make sure I have enough crystals to go harder on the next turn. And this will get me plenty. It's not going to get me Necro Valley, but I can get 2 Miracles and a Conclave. And Baguska. I don't think I'll be in danger of losing that duel. So I'm gonna use the bridge. I'm gonna draw. Yes, we got the audio now. I'm gonna search for a bunch of traps. This is why I love playing Crystal Beasts as a mixture of combo and control, because even though I wanted to go for a big combo setup, this could have gotten an unbreakable board. The opponent throws down Max C, and now I'm pivoting into 3 traps. And a Floodgate. The opponent's gonna get 1 draw off of this, but I'm confident that I can protect the Baguska with 2 Miracles and a Conclave. We're getting 1 extra draw, but I don't think it's gonna save them from all of this. I'm not sure how many cards are in this deck. I've got 28 remaining. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14. This is a 42 card deck? Wow, I've crammed a lot in here. Alright, let's see what they've got. Infinite Impermanence on Baguska. I think I'm in the camp of letting that pass. Instead of negating Infinite Impermanence, I would rather negate what Infinite Impermanence is leading into. So it's just going to add an Evil Twin Speller Trap. Yeah, I'll let him do that. I try to stop opponents at whatever point when their resources would multiply. This one's just going to add a Live Twin. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna wait until the opponent commits more resources to a play. Because I've got a spare Miracle to burn here, and then a bounce. I play very cautiously, so now the opponent has committed to a normal summon. And because they have negated my Baguska, the Conclave I'm about to activate will play a monster which can use its effect. So the opponent has unwittingly allowed me to use Ruby here, which is going to summon... Oh wait, that was the wrong card. This is the way that Master Duel asks for prompts here. I messed up. Because of the game system. I've not played Master Duel much recently, so I didn't know the commands were gonna play out like that. Now I don't get my combo. I could have gotten Ruby and Sapphire back in the monster zones. I would have gotten 2 crystals and back. I will have to settle for 3,000 attack points. That's embarrassing. Oh, good call. Evil twins are Lynx. So Bagugu doesn't do much. I'm glad I'm not the only one who comes up with silly names for Baguska. Now the opponent is discarding here to get a summon. Actually, you know what? Whatever they summon is probably going to trigger an effect. So I'll stop it after it's been summoned, and now they won't be able to use its effect again. I've got this. I think I want to keep this Sapphire around so I can bounce it with Conclave and get more crystals. If I destroy the Sapphire, I'm going to have a hard time generating crystals on the next turn. I would have to waste my Rainbow Bridge of the Heart search on Crystal Bond. And this way... Yeah, I totally remembered I had Miracle. Sure. Let's get more resources. You can change the chain order in your settings. I think it might be specifically because Rainbow Bridge of the Heart is a trigger effect, and so is Conclave, but Conclave is face down, and the OCG's rules on when triggers can be activated in the chain order is different from the TCG. It's really weird, like, trigger effects in the hand or on face down traps weirdly don't count at the timing when trigger effects are activated. It makes no sense. Yu-Gi-Oh's rulings make no sense. They make everything up as they go along. Yu-Gi-Oh's rulings are not even internally consistent. There are rulings which directly contradict each other. This game is full of cards which don't say what's printed on them. Ugh. Oh, and that's over by 60 minutes. Just, oh. Really? Stuck in infinite impermanence there? Oh well. I have my Switch parental control settings on just so I can keep track of how much time I've been playing. I played a lot of Immortals Phoenix Rising this morning. I think I'm just gonna go Conclave. Get rid of another one of their traps before I commit to summoning things. And then the crystal that I place off of Sapphire will trigger Rainbow Bridge of the Heart, get rid of the opponent's last trap. Oh wait, no, I have the automatic zones. Guys, this is a rough start. Card position, manual, please. Oh, my soul hurts. I hate Master Duel. This wouldn't happen in the physical game. But okay, I've got my settings changed. We got 3 crystals left in the deck. Oh, this is annoying. Well, I can at least use Crystal Miracle. Is that going to get me to 7 crystals? I think this is getting me to 7 crystals. And, I guess I can bluff with Heart. Maybe the opponent will forget about their infinite impermanence. I certainly didn't forget about the infinite impermanence. Reminds me of playing on Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro when I set it to put my cards in random zones. It always seems to put my zones... It puts my cards into the infinite impermanence column, like, every time. Oh, so I will place Cobalt now. I've got 21 and 18, that's 39. I can do 7,900 damage. $79. There is a way that I can win here. I can revive something from the graveyard. I can't see because my big dumb face is in the way. I think I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for the Rainbow Over Dragon. Boost its attack. See if I can get that extra 100 damage. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, it doesn't matter. Pagusk is negated. I didn't have to switch its position. 7,900. How about that? Golly, I sure hope the opponent doesn't have any trap that stops an attack. And this is gonna be the first time in Master Duel I ever used Rainbow Over Dragon's attack boost effect to attack for game. I've done that in Speed Duel, because it's actually relevant in Speed Duel, because that's where Speed Duel's power level is at, and life point count, but oh geez, if this works, this is gonna be one of the dumbest duels and dumbest win. Hello, Terrence! Yeah, Master Duel controls have been messing with this duel, but I think I'm about to attack with Over Dragon's attack boost effect. This was 7,900 damage. And I couldn't do anything else because Master Duel put my Rainbow Bridge of the Heart into an impermanence column. So my only chance was to literally use Over Dragon's attack boost effect, which I've never done in the advanced format. Oh boy. Well, to give a little teaser of what's to come, that is not the first time you will see me use Rainbow Over Dragon's effect on this stream, because I have come up with one heck of a combo. I can't believe that happened. Never done that. Well, let's see, I still have not used Amber Mammoth's effect. Probably used Cobalt Eagle's effect maybe once ever. Amethyst Cat I once used to poke for lethal damage, lethal in overtime in a tournament. That was after an opponent did that Rubion combo, and Foolish Burial Goods plus Rainbow Bridge of Salvation. For most Crystal Beast decks, this is really bad, because this bricks, but if you play Revolution Synchron and Clockwork Knight, you can unbrick, but I don't have Clockwork Knight in this build. I don't have Revolution Synchron in this build. Do I set the Rainbow Bridge of Salvation? I have Tornado Dragon, so it's not the end of the world. That's not great. That's not a good way to start this off. Are you going heavy on Noble Knight stuff to get an extra banish? I think I have one or two Noble Knight's Shield Bearers in here, which is relevant for summoning Thunder Dragon Colossus, because you can overlay 2 level 4s to make Infernal Flame Banshee. That will search for Nemesis Flag, which can summon itself by using a banished Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon, but then, after it searches for Corridor, in order to summon Nemesis Corridor, which is the thing that turns into Colossus, you need another banishment. So, for a while I've been using Noble Knight's Shield Bearer. If I'm lucky enough to draw it, I can get the second banishment, so that I can get a Colossus combo off of just 2 level 4s. But I've since realized that even using just in-engine Crystal Beast stuff, you don't need any outside help to get 2 banished monsters for those Nemesis. We will see that if it comes up, but here we are up against zombies. Looks like they took Zombie World. I don't think Zombie World is going to be an issue at all. In fact, I have sided Zombie World as something I can search for using Rainbow Bridge of Salvation. So I don't mind that. Actually, does it change monsters on the field? Yeah, that's going to prevent me from summoning Colossus, but I don't think that's going to matter at this point. I have other things I can do with the Nemesis Corridor anyway. Well, time to find out what zombies can do. I used to run DHZ way back in the day, and I've not used zombies since, outside of Speed Duel, where, you know, everything is just very different in Speed Duel. They don't have this new synchro support, which looks pretty good to me. But we will find out just how good. Eldritch is level 10. Eldritch the Golden Lord, another card which you can actually use in Crystal Beasts. Had I drawn Eldritch the Golden Lord, I would have had a way to get this salvation into the graveyard. Time to read what this guy does. He comes back in the standby phase once per chain. I think it can either negate or banish a monster from the field or graveyard. That is gonna kill my Crystal Beasts. Unless I can get to... what is it? Rainbow Bridge of the Heart. I can take this off the field, and that won't be a monster effect. Speed Duel is in Master Duel? I'm pretty sure it's not. There's no way Speed Duel is in Master Duel. You might be thinking of, like, Duel Links, where it's like the Duel Links digital version of Speed Duel. I've got the win here. I'm going to use this to get Crystal Bond, place a Rainbow, crack that. I'll have a Rainbow Dragon in hand, and then I can use Awakening to get to Bridge. Rivalry of Warlords. Oh. If all the monsters on the field become zombies and the monsters in my hand are not zombies, this combo will prevent me from ever summoning a second monster. So now I have to decide, will I get rid of the Doom King or the Rivalry? I think it's gonna have to be the Rivalry. We're gonna grind this out. Now this Doom King is going to banish my Crystal Beasts, but I'm running Nemesis in this build, so I will be able to get the Crystal Beast back. Look up Terminal World and Terminal World next. Okay, mister, you were making a funny there. Yes, you can skip your opponent's main phase 2 and pretend you're playing Speed Duel, but Speed Duel has skill cards and is very fun. But we can't do a Speed Duel stream. This is gonna be a tad rough. Oh, wait. No, I don't think I have Valence World in this build. If I was using Valence World, then I'd be able to replace the opponent's field spell. Ah! And then there would be no zombies. Oh, well, I can't. I couldn't have dumped Salvation anyway because it is right here in my face. Which one of these is on the field? This. I have to get a monster off the field, or I can't do anything. Crystal Bond I already used. I won't have space for Golden Rule. I might just go with Crystal Miracle, I suppose? This is gonna be a rough duel. But the opponent can use Doom King to banish my stuff, so it might be bad to activate Sapphire, but I don't have Crystal Beacon in this build. If I haven't used Rainbow Bridge of the Heart to destroy and search, or did I? No, I did use it to destroy and search, which means I do have to use Sapphire's effect, and he's just gonna negate it, right? I don't think I can do anything here, because this build doesn't run enough turbo cards. I don't have Beacon, I don't have Valence World. Ugh. Alright, I'm putting Valence World in after this. Negate that effect. Alright. What do we do next? Well, Foolish Burial Goods is useless. There's no Clockwork Knight in this deck. So all it can do is send a Miracle, which will get me an extra crystal at some point. I could ram it into Doom King Baylor Dock, crystallize it, trigger Rainbow Bridge of Heart, take one of these off the field, but I don't have anything to follow up with, because this build leans too heavily into control. So I think I'm just gonna throw Rainbow Ruins out there to help me grind, and maybe the Miracle will keep us alive for a while. See, this summons itself from the graveyard, not from the hand, so if I can send this back to the hand with Rainbow Bridge of the Heart, I won't have to deal with it anymore. Then on my next turn, I'll trade one of these crystals for Crystal Bond, use that to place a crystal, trigger Rainbow Bridge of the Heart again, to send that Rivalry of Warlords back to the hand. So I will be able to pick off both of the opponent's cards here, and I can take out the Gozuki, bounce the Doom King back to the hand. That could stop my opponent's whole turn, and Doom King will not be able to summon from the hand. So yeah, the combo I came up with is definitely gonna work. Now, can I get an extra crystal from Miracle? I don't think so, because then I won't have enough zones to use Crystal Bond on the next turn. So I'm going to pass up the free crystal from Miracle, take one on the next turn. Got 2 Miracles in the graveyard. I think I'll be able to weave my way through this lockdown just narrowly enough to maybe get another Rainbow Dragon out there. Yep, there we go! I solved it, guys! I feel smart. Golden Rule, that won't help here. We've got Salvation stuck on the field. I may need to get a Tornado Dragon for that. Hopefully this goes through. When I get my Crystal Bond, I will definitely have enough crystals to play Rainbow Dragon and swing for game. Good thing I put a second bond in here, even though this is supposed to be a more control-based build, which would typically run only one bond. But I figured there are many instances where I would want a second bond later on. So as long as that trap card isn't anything too bad. I can also, since it looks like the opponent is kind of pinned down here, if I can get a third crystal, then Rainbow Ruins will let me negate whatever that trap is. I don't think it really matters what I place. I'm not gonna have enough. I just don't have enough for like no point using Miracle here, right? I'll go for it. This duel might drag on for a little bit longer, but I'm not worried because the opponent seemed to be out of gas on the previous turn, at least as long as I can keep their normal summon in check. I know they've got Doom King stuck in the hand, they have not much else, so all I have to do is just survive for a little while. Now, I don't have a second Rainbow Dragon in this deck, so I won't be able to place a Rainbow and get it out of the way. I've got this stuck in the back. If I place another crystal here, I'll get an extra draw off of Rainbow Ruins. I have 1, 2, 3, 4... only 4 crystals. I'm not gonna do it. I don't want to fill up my last zone. I'm just gonna hold on to the Sapphire, negate a spell or trap if I need to. And do I have any hand traps in this deck? It's Master Duel, so I threw in a trio of Max C's and an Ash Blossom. Aside from that, I like to focus more on board-breaking strategies. I'm not a big hand trap guy. They're single use, they're generally not efficient. Like, if I'm going first, I definitely have no use for them. I mean, if I'm going second, well, at least in more turbo builds, I have more board-breaking cards, which also function as in-engine stuff. One card plays that can muscle through disruption, like Golden Rule. Valence World, I really want to get back in here. Valence World is so good. Nothing makes me think of how awesome the Valence World cards are, quite like not having them in my deck. Alright, so the opponent has set Rivalry of Warlords right here. Probably. They've got Doom King in hand. They might ram this Mizuki and revive one of these from the graveyard. I guess they saw those 3 cards. He's gonna summon a Gozuki, get something back. Oh, get something from the deck into the graveyard. We'll find out what these zombies do. I don't know. Try the Time Tear. Draw 2 cards for the rest of the game. Well, that is a very interesting card, especially in a grindy Crystal Beast deck, but I've never gotten around to trying it. It does turn off Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon, whose summoning from the hand effect is more relevant in a control-based Crystal Beast deck, and in a Turbo Crystal Beast deck, I don't need it. But this is gonna be like my 3rd turn or something coming up. Okay, he's got Doom King back up. He's got Rivalry of Warlords. Back to having 2-card lockdown. This thing can negate an effect. It can also banish a monster. This is gonna be quite a grind. It's not meant to go on for this long, but oh boy. If I had Revolution Synchron and oh! This is a good time to remember that Rainbow Ruins has a negation effect. Thank you, Master Duel. So now I don't have to worry about Rivalry of Warlords. The only card to worry about now is Doom King. And I just placed a crystal. I mean, or I didn't? What did I just do? I think, was I trying to bounce it? Okay, I don't remember what I'm doing. But this will be good enough. I guess the only thing I have to go for is Awakenings. I think this will be pretty easy. But it's the option of banishing something. And I don't want to run into that banishment. So if he takes out one of my Crystal Beasts here, the only chance I'm going to have to get back to Rainbow Dragon will be if I can get the Nemesis going. But I don't know if I'll be able to make a rank 4 the way things are going. So I might just settle for a slower... Oh my god, I'm actually going to use Topaz Tiger's attack boost here. I'm doing it. I'm using the attack boost to get a threatening monster off the field, because it's either I kill the Gozuki, or I ram something into Doom King, triggering Rainbow Birds of the Heart, maybe bounce Doom King back to the hand. But then that would leave Gozuki, and if I bounce that, it can be summoned back. These have been 2 of the dumbest duels I've ever had. It's a good thing that I've got video evidence of this happening now. I'm gonna make sure I've got my Conclave flipped. If the opponent runs over Topaz Tiger, I can replace it with Rainbow, which is gonna be able to trample over Doom King. Then I can have my fun in main phase 2. Okay, this is the Mad Mauler. Target something, reduce its level by 2, and summon it. Okay, but you didn't do that. It's just a level 2 monster. I think they're gonna go for Barone, so I'm just gonna bounce it. See ya. You're gonna have to find another way to get Doom King in play. I think that means the opponent now has 2 Doom Kings stuck in their hand. That's fun. Yeah, let's see how they deal with this. What a dumb game. Called by the Grave. Okay, so he knows I'm going for Rainbow Dragon. But he doesn't know that I have searchable nemesis. Where are you going? Okay. And I've got another level 4 in hand, so I'm going to summon Sapphire, place a crystal, Rainbow Bridge of the Heart will bounce their trap, and then I'm free to go into Infernal Flame Banshee, which will search for the good stuff. Or... yeah, I have to do it this way. Alright, don't worry everyone. I can fix it. Banishing my crystal beasts will not stop me anymore. That's another thing I love about cramming these nemesis in here. It gives me another out to my cards getting banished. So place this in back, then use Rainbow Bridge of the Heart. Terrence asks if I'm using the Arch Nemesis. I am not. I used to use Arch Nemesis in Sapphire Surprise for a fun boss monster you can search out, but not in here, because I'm not going to want to banish a bunch of monsters from the graveyard. Maybe if I'm doing a big turbo combo and now my graveyard's full of random extra deck monsters, but in that case I think I'm already winning. And I wouldn't want to summon an Arch Nemesis at another point. So I'll place Ruby. I think I'm gonna have to get another Crystal Beast out, but hitting the opponent with Colossus will be fun. Oh no, I can't! I can't summon Colossus because Zombie World turns things into zombies. I could shift gears here. Tornado Dragon, destroying Rainbow Bridge of Heart. No, I don't think I have any Crystal Beasts left in deck. Oh, that stinks. Oh, but you know what? I do have something I can spend my cards on here. I'm gonna use the Nemesis to make a Nightmare Phoenix to destroy Zombie World. I can fix everything here. We're gonna be okay. So, Banshee searches for flag. Add it to my hand. And Amber Mammoth is back. But I don't have a way to get it out again. That stupid Salvation. Opponent did not take the bait and destroy it. If I still had Salvation in hand, I could discard that off of the Nightmare Phoenix, and then search for Necro Valley. That's a hard counter to a zombie deck. Oh, what a weird dumb duel. It'll be over someday. So now I go into Nightmare Phoenix. Or... no, I think I can get the Rainbow Dragon. Hold on. I can use Cheek. No, because I'm gonna have to get rid of the Nemesis. I was thinking I could still get to another rank 4, get the Tornado Dragon, destroy my own bridge. But now I'd be short on level 4. So I'm just gonna go into Nightmare Phoenix. Discard the useless Golden Rule. Take out the Zombie World. This is taking 5 ever. No, I don't want to chain Max C to my own card that does nothing. Yay, Colossus! Next turn for sure, I'll be able to use Bridge again, destroy something, and have fun. Considering that 2 of the opponent's cards are Doom Kings, the other 2 have been sitting in their hand for a while, it's gonna take a really good draw to get the opponent out of this. Oh, what a weird dumb game. I look forward on my next turn. Oh, I should chain it on. Using Rainbow Bridge of the Heart to destroy one of my crystals, search for Awakening of the Crystal Ultimates, and yeah, we're just gonna sit on the max state here. Zombies do have a lot of normal summons. Really good normal summons, but you only need so many normal summons anyway. It doesn't matter how good your other normal summons are after you've got one. And hey, speaking of normal summons, yeah, I'm running Fossil Dyna here. I've got combos to pull it out of the deck and summon it. But that's just not the brand of silliness that this particular duel devolved into. How is the audio, by the way? Is the game too loud, too quiet? I have some audio issues I was figuring out. Different from the audio issues of my first stream. I wish I could have gotten to the Necro Valley. I feel like every time I set Salvation as a bluff, nobody falls for it, and then a couple of turns later I find myself summoning something like Nightmare Phoenix and wishing I had kept it in hand, because filling up that zone has prevented me from doing some fun combos. Oh yeah, there's Necro Valley. I think if my opponent gets too much, I could also literally, like, set Fossil Dyna if this card is flipped face up, destroy all special summoned monsters. This is a weird build. This is a very weird build. And I'm gonna make some changes after this. Red Eyes Zombie Dragon, okay. Opponent thinks they're going for the kill here. They're taking the Max C challenge. I wonder if they remember that Ancient City Rainbow Ruins can cut battle damage in half. I was saying earlier, one time in a tournament, opponent used that Draglubion combo that gets an Xyz monster with like 10,000 attack points or whatever. They attacked over my monster, but I cut the battle damage in half, which coincidentally took us to the same number of life points. And so then on the next turn, when time was called, I attacked directly with Amethyst Cat, and that won the match, evening out our life points with the damage reduction effect of Rainbow Ruins. Alright, they took the Maxi challenge, they didn't win, now I get to read what this card does. Opponent's turn, summon, okay, so they're gonna summon the Doom King back, even though they don't have Zombie World. Combo. Now I have to deal with this again. When a zombie monster activates its effect, well, my monsters aren't zombies anymore, so they will not be running into that. So what is there to do but... This could be risky. I don't want to summon this. Well, time to go for something boring. I think this is gonna be... Oh wait, I have game already. The opponent has Mad Mauler in attack position. I can just trample over that. They don't have anything preventing attacks, right? I'm not missing anything? They don't have, like, Karibo? Boop. What a dumb game. What a dumb game. Ugh. Well. Okay, time to make some changes to this deck, because I'm not totally satisfied with it. As is probably going to be my tradition on these streams, this is a rough deck, and it's just a bunch of random garbage. I throw in whatever sounds fun to me. Do I have Valence Worlds here? Okay. Yep, toss in the Valence World. Hello, Chandler! Yeah, you made it to one of my streams. A bunch of non-parametric tests. I'm gonna act like I know exactly what that is. Do we put more hand traps in? I don't know. This seems like it was working fine enough. I would like to put Revolution Synchron in here, but I'm also trying to do a lot of silliness. What with the running Gallant Granite. So I think I'm just gonna have to live with not having a Revolution Synchron engine, although if I did have Revolution, I guess I would remove Tornado Dragon and Underworld Goddess. I don't need it. I don't need it. I'll put that in for another duel. I'm surprised at apparently how many views these streams get when they're uploaded afterward. Hello to anyone who's watching the upload of this stream afterwards. Hello, there are many more of you than there are right now. I personally like to watch live streams when they come, but also I'm often doing other things. I don't feel like it. It seems like a commitment. A bunch of stats tests. I didn't get that much into stats. I was just not good at it. Oh, well, this is a branded deck, so tell me everything to do. This deal, so these are gonna snipe my rubies. But I've got Nemesis ready to undo that damage. Oh. Well. That's all, huh? Then... oh, there's only one way this duel's gonna end. Can I get game here? If I use Shield Bearer, I'll have 18 from this, 26 from a Colossus. That's what, 44? And this will make it 74. I have 7,400. Or, if I take the Maxi Challenge... I'm gonna take the Maxi Challenge, and I'm going to commit the cardinal sin of Crystal Beasts, which is that I am going to crystallize Rainbow from the hand. I've done it before. I'm a mad lad. Ooh, but if the opponent has a response here, that means they might have infinite impermanence. Oh, wait. Oh, I don't have Cowboy. What am I doing? But I won't need Cowboy if the opponent has impermanence here. Oh, wait, no, they have a Bestial. I know what they have. Yeah. Branded is such a mess of a deck. I don't know what I would do about it, but... oh, wait, yes, I do. I play branded stuff. But... especially when Branded Fusion gets involved, it gets so open-ended. Chandler here can tell you all about Branded. He is the Branded genius. He has every Elvis lore card. Very impressive. Oh no, I can't. I definitely can't take the Maxi Challenge because the opponent has a Bestial. So that was the wrong move. I should have just done nothing. Oops! But Branded Fusion is, I think, limited here. is the Bestial that the opponent searched for? Let's go up. If it is sent to the graveyard, you can send something else to the graveyard. Neat. I can't do anything good here. This is gonna be a mess of a duel. I don't like this build that I'm running. And I messed up there. My silly casual branded deck still has Despia, Theater of the Branded, which I'm guessing... Oh, wait. I should have gone for Gallant Granite and Fossil Dyna. Because I don't think Branded would have anything they could do about that outside of a lucky draw. No, they probably have Fallen of Albus, and I'm about to lose so hard. Unless... No, I don't have a level 4 Crystal Beast. There is no good move I can make here. This is going to be a very ugly turn. I've miscalculated a few things. I might go for a Baguska here, even if it means giving my opponent like 4 more draws. Or, no, I already used Rainbow, so I can't do that either. I pretty much cannot do anything at all, because I am all over the place right now. It is surprisingly difficult to think about a duel while also narrating everything. I just tried to play like 3 different turns right there, and it ended on garbage. See, what I wanted to do is combine these into like Sheep, and then I would have a Ruby in the graveyard to use with Golden Rule, but then I forgot about the Bestial. Who is that? Who's got 19? Oh! Kaiser Vorse Raider. What rank am I in right now? Theater is a good card, but the deck has so many good cards. Yeah. Branded is just a pile of a bazillion cards that you can all play. You could probably take any 40 to 60 branded flavored cards, shove them in a deck, and they're gonna work. Okay, now they're summoning Earthbound Prisoner. What like rank am I in here? Did I get like demoted to bronze or something? This is secretly a Harmonic Synchro Fusion deck. I thought it was branded. It's just running a Bestial engine. Oh, this is the card that summons Synchro and a Fusion. Well, time to find out what people do with Harmonic Synchro Fusion. What a weird game. What is Kaiser Vorse Raider doing? Well, I guess it gave the opponent a card on the field, which is significant. Okay, now you play Dark Ruler no more. That's a funny little animation they've added for it. Oh, I'm not surprised that you have tinkered around with Harmonic Synchro Fusion. Did my opponent think they needed to use Dark Ruler no more to negate Colossus so they could use Lubellion? Because Lubellion doesn't add to the hand. It's not affected by Colossus. And Chandler, you're saying that... Oh wait, no. Never mind. I'm mixing you up with someone else. I'm still wondering if Colossus has destroyed the TCG yet. What is this? You can tribute and destroy my card. Are He's gonna destroy Kalanka. Nope. Oh, okay. So my, were they trying to play around Colossus's protection effect? Because it did get negated. I'm gonna play a rainbow out of the hand. Hopefully the opponent has exhausted their Bystials with that. And now I'm free to play my Rainbow Dragon. Although, if they've got another Bystial waiting, and they banish my Ruby from the graveyard, I can use 2 level 4s to go for Infernal Flame Banshee and search for Nemesis Flag. Otherwise, but this is a quick effect. Tribute to Bystial, destroy my card. Will that matter? How many? 1, 2, 2 crystals. I'm gonna need Golden Rule to go off. So I'm gonna bait out the opponent's destruction by going for Rainbow Bridge of the Heart. And then I will follow up with Golden Rule, which will get me to the 7 crystals needed to drop the Rainbow Dragon and whatever else I want. But first, gotta play through that disruption. I don't like to take chances. I know this is gonna be a safe option. And also, I only have so many brain cells to dedicate to dueling well when I'm trying to host a stream and narrate what I'm doing and be entertaining and analyze some alternate plays. So as long as they don't have a Bystial still waiting to snipe my Ruby. Shadow Fusion and Bystials, that's gotta be something. I'm surprised that Shadows, fell off so hard. Their new support is really good, but I suppose it's a lot of passive defense. Snake Eyes got a lot of passive defense, too. The opponent definitely should have destroyed my Rainbow Bridge of the Heart there. Because now they're gonna lose Branded Beast anyway. Now we go. Golden Rule for game. This is gonna load up all the crystals. Let's see. Just place anything. Yeah. I'm gonna make an Apollo off of this, and then use Golden Rule to finish up the crystals. Just a safe way to close out the duel. And without potentially triggering the Primal Being, if people are running that here. Simple play, but played through Disruption, and the opponent has no way to stop this now. Playing it safe. I could go for Saryuja, World Sea, make it 10-negate board, but I kind of want to finish the board. Oh, the opponent still has something? Ah, there we go. There's the Primal Being. Gotcha! I really didn't think I was going to survive that previous turn. I still don't know how I did. No point in not going through Sapphire. This is gonna be just Rainbow Dragon beatdown. Which is something that I have done delightfully often in tournaments. 8,000 damage is still relevant. Just attack with Rainbow Dragon for game. Or earlier in the stream, Chandler, I think you missed it, but earlier in the stream I used Rainbow Overdragon's attack boost effect because I had a field of 7,900 damage, and I needed just 100 more. And that's the first time in the advanced format that I ever used Overdragon's effect. Although I have a new use for it in enabling Thunder Dragon Colossus. I want to keep going with this build, or I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna switch to Sapphire Surprise. I want Chandler to see that in action. This build I made a couple of like last-minute modifications to at the end of the previous stream. I wasn't satisfied with some of the options I was running. But this is probably fine. It's a bit of a mess. But that's just everything I run. Going second, we can break boards. We can do this. It's easy to break boards when nobody understands what the heck my deck is doing, including me. And Maxi is, of course, always a delight to see. Who is this? Scareclaw Man. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Itself is a total mess. Always has been, always will be. Even Speed Duel is still a mess. Oh, I'm a dingus. I should have used Max C. I should have figured he was going to go for Lightheart, but... This is a searcher. I feel like I've misplayed already. Let's see what you are adding. Is it something with an inherent summon? Should I drop the Max C before? Nope. Now people are saying that these Visa decks are dead in the TCG because they can't get Barone anymore. I mean, Chandler, how popular are Primal and Drawl and Colossus right now? I haven't played in a TCG tournament in a while, and I really don't want to. Oh, Maxi, turn skip. Here we go! The Golden Sword Soul, it's the best Sword Soul! And I've got Awakening here, I can come up with some fun combos. I think the opponent probably doesn't have anything. They probably have, what is it, Manadium Reframing? And they lost Borreload Savage, oh yeah, that's a big one. Borreload Savage. I can do it. Oh, I'm gonna get Rainbow Bridge of the Heart, and that'll get rid of whatever the trap is. They seem to have something. Ah, it's a Max C battle. But I don't have Ash Blossom. But I did just add Crystal Miracle to this build, so I do still get a negate out of this. Take the Max C challenge. But the previous opponent had Primal, so maybe Primal's a hot thing now. Take the bait. got something else they can activate. I'm not sure what that could be. He played Visas in defense position. He's stronger in attack. I wouldn't have been able to run over him if he was in attack position. It's not like I've got Utopia Double here. Although, Utopia Double is in another Sapphire Surprise build. It's not this particular one. Yes, that sounds like a good time to not be playing in tournaments. In addition to maybe like most times. What do we have for any rank 4 floodgates? We don't have the Bagoogler. Okay, Infinite Impermanence is kind of completely useless because this is not an actual like Crystal Beast deck, so this is something fun. The opponent has only seen pure Crystal Beast cards so far, so they don't know that this is actually mostly Tri-Brigade and Branded. So I'm gonna take out that card, and then I'm gonna use Rainbow Bridge of the Heart to search for Miracle. We're under Max C. Turn on Columns. I did it the first time. Vanadium Hand Loop can also be played with Snake Eye because the Pyro exceed. Yeah, Infernal Flame Banshee is nuts. I just bought one. I'm worried that the Infernal Flame Banshee that I just bought is not going to arrive in time for me to make a weekly video about it. But yeah, Infernal Flame Banshee, I have figured out in Pure Crystal Beasts how to do a lot more than just that one combo you sent me of using Infernal Flame Banshee to end on SP and Colossus. I figured out how to do a lot more than that, and it doesn't require SP or even the new Haggard Lizardos, which is like the budget linked to Banisher for that combo. Because you can use Rainbow Overdragon to get another Banish. We've got one negate, but if I wait on this negate, then I'll be able to combine it with the bounce of Rainbow Bridge of the Heart. Maybe I should wait, be patient, but at the same time, I don't want to get spooked by a big synchro. Although, Miracle can counter trap, so if they do play the you know what, go for it. I don't want to bounce this back to my hand, it'll summon itself. So this does nothing? What a weird card. Oh my goodness, it combos into itself. Gotta be patient here. Or you can tell me the answer, because you probably know these Visas decks better than I do. But why do people call this a Manadium deck when it also uses Scareclaws and Kashtira? It uses all of the Visas stuff. It's a Visas deck. You silly people. So you can summon this and then banish something. It's not going to do anything on its own yet. Patient here. This does not gain resources. It just moves more things onto the field, but you're not going to make, what, a level 13 synchro? Oh. Inherent summon. But then it's going to activate search for a spell or trap, so this is a point where the opponent's resources are going to increase, so I'll negate it with Miracle, and they put Scareclaw Kashtira on the field. So, I'm gonna take it off the field. I think I've got him here. And this is probably, what, once per turn? Yeah. So we can't bring it back. Unlike if I had bounced Visas. Woohoo! Up. They had that thing. That's not cool. Oh! They had more gas. They've got the Barone. But I think it's gonna take a little more than that, because I'm also a very gassy antelope here. I've got Karis, Warrior. Number 6 finisher, 75% win rate. I don't know if the win rate stats on Master Duel are actually useful at all. Every card has an above 50% win rate. Because if you play any card, you haven't surrendered. Well, I don't think I was wrong to use Miracle and Heart when I did. Because they had Barone access there too, and they would have had another spell and another monster. And now, shift into a Manadium combo. I would probably really enjoy this particular deck if I didn't dislike Visas so much. I think it's a terrible story. So I think the only character is just himself, and all these alternate forms of himself, and just destroy your own card? They do that? I don't know, I'm gonna zone out here. Yeah, I really don't like the Visas lore, because it's just this one guy, and what, he's on some quest to find inner peace with his multiple selves? But, like, we don't know anything about him. So, we don't even have a reason to care about his first self. It's really bad storytelling, and also, like, why is this one randomly chibi Visas? I don't like it. Ooh, what does he do? Synchro Summon, add a spell or trap. He's got a lot of spell trap searching. Yeah, Scareclaw Arrival's been used already. What? Is that not once per turn? I thought I used Scareclaw Arrival already. What? Oh, Arrival is not once per turn. Wow. Everything's once per turn these days. And they'll make a card that says, like, give your opponent a flirty glance. You can only use this card once per turn. They put those once per turn clauses on, like, the worst cards. This is gonna be rough. And I think Barone's got the negate, so I can't use the Golden Sword Soul. What a tragic day. I think I should have just gone full wombo combo. I should have taken the Maxi challenge, but I didn't believe in my cards enough. I don't know if people are using Primal on here. I already ran into it once. If the story was about Reichhardt instead of Visas, well, I have no idea who Reichhardt is. I have no idea who any of them is. Okay, next time I'm taking the Maxi challenge, and no one can stop me. But I want to get a Banshee combo off, so I'm gonna go back to Crystal Beasts. Though, ugh, it's so much harder to get these Crystal Beast combos off in Master Duel, because Foolish Burial Goods is limited, and Terraforming is banned from back when Konami was hitting, like, mediocre versions of Tier Limit decks instead of actually hitting tier limits, and they left those cards hit. Reich is the Scareclaw guy. Aren't they all the same guy, though? Albus Lord, so much better. I wonder, are you going to import that Albus file, or whatever it is, from Japan? That set that's putting all of the Albus cards together? Even though you already have them all? But now you can have them all in Japanese. Okay, skipping the turn. This is a 13 card extra deck. Ooh, I got Patchy the Pirate. But I also have Sapphire with 2 traps. And I only have 1 Rainbow Dragon in this build, so I won't be able to hit any rank 4s. Doesn't matter, Ash Blossom, but whatevs. I got Patchy. I should probably take out one of those shield bearers, because I just don't want to open with 2 shield bearers. I like running 1-ofs, because modern design in Yu-Gi-Oh! Actively punishes the player for running multiple copies of cards. So you'd think running multiple cards just means more consistency, but actually running multiple cards can hurt your consistency in the case that you draw multiples. And just, if you only draw 1, you'll never run into that problem. And these days, if you don't draw 1 good card, you're drawing another good card. So, if it's not really important, I like to use just 1. Okay, another Ash Blossom. Watch this be like the White Stone of Legend, and then it won't be able to activate. But, oh, that new Albus set has some new weird card, which is... Oh. It's the Golden Sword Soul, but it's upside down. Someone else is using the Golden Sword Soul. What is this? What is going on? That's my card. It's my card. I could knock it into the back row, but then if the opponent actually reads cards, they'll be able to bring it back up into mine, so we'll just pass. Okay, so they've got that weird card that represents Albus and Alber's original form, and apparently it implies that all of the Albus stuff is just another Terminal World story, which I'm sure a lot of people are really excited about the lore implications of Albus being part of the Duel Terminal, but I hate it because I think the Duel Terminal is a mess of a story. It's just... every card is just some random mashup of like, oh, it's this character, but now they're fused with this character, and now they're fused with this character and this one. And storytelling in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is just so bad. It's not coherent, they don't tell it well, it's just, oh, every now and then you'll get a guidebook with, like, still vague writing. I was reading through it, and apparently there's, like, a name for this ancient civilization that the Springans came from, even though no actual card or lore or anything even hints at such an ancient city. I think they call it, like, Golganuza, something stupid like that. And you'd never know, except for that one random word in the guidebook, and evenly matched. They're going for it. Hello, Jenkins! I saw... oh, what are we banishing? 1 card? I have to banish 1 card? I'll just take some damage. Wow, the opponent didn't even try attacking it. Yeah, Jenkins, I saw your comment before this. Oh, man, it's a Sword Soul deck with that guy. I guess they probably put the Golden Sword Soul in that Sword Soul starter deck. So So I saw your comment about your weird labyrinth deck that uses fusion, synchro, exceeds, and link summoning. I would have no idea what to make of it. I've never played labyrinth before, and I don't have any labyrinth cards in the game either. But it does sound very interesting. I don't know what I could do with it. I think the best I can do is just to offer you a few additional engines you could try out. Things that I've used in the original version of Sapphire Surprise, which was just a big ol' engine pile. Now let's see. Let's see if I can bait out Baron's effect. Something like... I have heard Magic the Gathering lore. It's just always revolving around the same few characters. Yeah, there have been some real ridiculous things which have been happening in Magic lore in recent years. They had a very long story arc which finally reached its conclusion, and it was supposed to be like this big reset, but instead they just made it like, oh, and everyone's fine. Nothing bad actually happens to anyone. The end. And all the damage is reversed. Total Deus Ex Machina. Yeah. Also, I'm sick of Jace. I think Jace is boring and ugly and not a compelling character. And he is a bazillion characters. It's weird. It's weird. Yeah, Magic lore is a mess. And I think right now, they're basically doing it like hats. Every Magic set is just putting the characters in different hats and pretending that they're detectives, and then now they're cowboys. I think the next set, they turn into furries. Should I go for Necro Valley? I think I'm just gonna go for Necro Valley. Well, can I set up the city? I'm gonna get Sapphire and another crystal. He put Miracle in my graveyard. I'll be able to negate a spell or trap. I think I'll see how many crystals I can stack up. Yeah, all these characters became zombie robots and they're all fine now, yeah. And I think there was recently I saw some jokes about like Jace and Vraska. For those who are not in the know, Vraska is a Gorgon, apparently, and Jace and Vraska have been trying to make some babies. They've been raw dogging it, apparently. Anyway. What combo was I going for here? I don't know. I'm gonna ram this into the Golden Sword Soul, play a Ruby, and then I'll ram Rainbow into the Baron. That seems like a good idea. This is face down. Yes. I think the main issue with Yu-Gi-Oh! Storytelling is that it's only in the art of the cards, and you have to look at the art with a magnifying glass to figure out what's going on in it. And it's just such a mess. Like, the story is a mess. The story is all over the place, and they don't really explain it in official media. They occasionally give some small explanations. So I'm going to attack directly for 36 here. Not worth putting this in attack mode. And also, I guess it doesn't help that, like, the translations of those Yu-Gi-Oh! Guidebooks telling the stories are probably even worse written than they were originally. I know, like, all the text in Master Duel is terribly written and terribly translated, and it's all just meaningless. It's always like, oh, this is a mysterious power which destroys the world. What will it do next? Who knows? You're supposed to tell us! But no, it's so vague. It is all so vague. Even the Albus lore stuff is a lot of vagary. Wait a second. 30, 30. Oh my god. I could have used Crystal Conclave to bounce this and attack directly. I have 66. Opponent would have had 200 life points. I could have attacked directly with Ruby for game. Wait, I still could have. Because I can use Rainbow's Effect to summon it from the hand. I need to pay attention here. Wait, no. I still needed the Ruby. Oh, I am... My head is so not in the game right now. Streaming is hard, y'all. Master Guides are official media, yes. The Master Guides are official media, but they are still very vague. And this is Sword Soul, so I think I can probably just sit on Baguska. Yeah, it's a lot of this deck is going to destroy the world. The solo mode stories on Master Duel are especially awful. I remember playing through a couple of them in the beginning, and like several of them in a row. Oh my god, he's got Raigeki. What a dumb game this has been. Every duel. These are just... What is this, like the third duel? If I've been doing this for an hour and a half, I feel like I've only done 3 or 4 duels. Because it's just been the weirdest grinds. But anyway, the first several solo mode stories on Master Duel were just like, oh, he's the evil king of Armageddon and he destroys the world, and then, oh, it's this evil force of destruction that destroys the world. They're all destroying the world. How many times can you destroy the world? And it's not compelling at all. It's just, it's so boring. It's like, who wrote this story? A 6-year-old? Everything is just destroy the world. What was so different about Albus is that it actually focused on characters who could be clearly identified and who went through emotional journeys. It wasn't just, oh, they get a bazillion new powers. It was, they learn things, they make friends, they lose friends. It was telling an actual storyline. Wait, are you saying Zolga is in the Magistus storyline? Like that super random Ishizu card? Okay. Oh my god, yes! Thank you for saying it, Jenkins. The solo modes are soul draining. The lackluster text, uninteresting stories. I was just playing the... what was it, last night? Okay, you just negated your own attack. You put a monster in defense position. Why are all the bad players in Platinum now? Anyway, I agree that vague does not necessarily mean it's poorly written, but if it's nothing but vagary, then nothing is actually happening in the story. Like, the story ends up exactly where it was before. And if the story isn't going anywhere, then there's no actual plot, and so the only thing it can have is interesting world building. But they don't have interesting world building because the world building is just as vague. Do I toss something in defense? Sure. What else is this Max C gonna do? Oh, Zoroa, the fire guy. Oh. Yeah, they still haven't gone into Zoroa, have they? Wasn't there a Magistus manga? I don't hear people talking about that. Probably because it's not Sky Strikers. Yeesh, Sky Striker. Anyway. So yeah, the Master Duel solo stories are so vague that they don't have plot or world building. It's literally just someone looked at the pictures of the cards and made up nothing but fluff about them. And the Master Duel solo mode stories are not even canon. Like, the Dynamist one has nothing to do with the Terminal lore. it's just saying like, oh, here is the place where all these dinosaur robots live. That's it. Oh, this one lives in the water. This one lives on land. Wow. Fascinating. I don't play solo mode at all. It's not worth it. For like 200 gems, I really don't need 200 gems that badly. What is happening? Oh, you just got rid of my field spell. So I think I lose. What? I just lost to the worst Sword Soul deck. Because he got that Regeki. Oh my god, this was so long ago. The Regeki and the Baguska. Oy. And, oh wait, but now he's going to Crimson Dragon? Am I gonna die this turn or not? Ugh. Okay, what did I do wrong in this duel? Aside from draw Foolish Burial Goods at bad time, this was... Should I check the Ash Blossom? No. How did I lose to this? In the previous stream, I won 18 out of 20 duels. I feel like I'm 50-50 now. I'm gonna have to take a good hard look at my deck. Because this thing being all over the place. Why is Foolish Burial Goods limited? Why? This is just... Well, I definitely want to get rid of one of the shield bearers. I just don't think I have room for synchros here unless I get rid of Abyss Dweller and Tornado Dragon. This, I can make room for 3 synchros. Maybe I'll do that. I don't want to run into Pearly and have no way around it. Well, I think it's time to do something silly. It's time to be bold. I'm gonna take these out. And I'm going to get back to my best pal Revolution Synchron. The Danger Lore is a Nat Geo documentary if they took the first 30 seconds of every episode and that's it. Yeah. The Danger solo mode story was seriously just... We looked at the pictures and we made up some fluff. Oh look, Clockwork is right over here. Almost like I've searched for it before. And now, I'm gonna need my synchros. How do I order this? L, X. Sort by rarity. And we'll go down to the synchros. Let me move my face. Nope, nope, that's not my face. Oop, there we go. Technical difficulties. Gotta have my Crystal Wing, Power Tool, and I think instead of Ancient Fairy Dragon, I'll just stick with Herald of the Arclight. Because I'm not going big on the field spell stuff in this build, because Terraforming's banned, and Goods is limited. So it's far more difficult, so Ancient Fairy Dragon probably won't have as much payoff. I think this will be a good mashup of all my engines. Maybe, I don't know, do I want a second Revolution Synchron? I'll come up with it. Danger Lure is supposed to be a smaller side gag, not everything has to be about imminent world destruction. Yeah, but also, again, it just didn't accomplish anything. The danger, like, what we want from the solo mode stuff and what was promised was that the stories would teach us about the cards and the stories behind the cards. But they don't. All they do is show us the cards' pictures. It's pure fluff. There is no plot and no world building. That's just, ugh, pain to sit through. Anyway, hello Nehru. Welcome to the stream. We've had some very strange duels lately, and I need to focus more on steering this ship. I need to keep my eyes on the road here. You guys can do the chatting. But this has enough spells. I have not been getting hands of spells in these duels. Please don't ash this. Maybe I should have started with Rainbow Bridge. No. This won't be hard. I'm gonna crystallize an extra rainbow here just in case the opponent negates Ruby. So I can still have something I can do, although if I want to get a rainbow dragon back into the back row immediately, I'm gonna have to crystallize from the hand, which is the cardinal sin of crystal beasts, but I do it. And I've won doing that, so I'm gonna keep doing it. Because you're allowed to break the rules when you know what you're doing. You gotta learn the rules, and then break them. I'm thinking, what kind of opening do I want? Oh, you know what? I should have played Rainbow Ruins. If I played Rainbow Ruins here, then it wouldn't matter if the opponent has infinite impermanence. Oh, my voice is too quiet here? Okay, I'll turn down the Master Duel a bit. How was that? Did I turn down the Master Duel too much? I am already still not at my best dueling here. This person has Plunder Patrol sleeves. I recently built a Plunder Adventure deck. It's fun, but it gets boring very quickly because they just go through the same play every time. Now the opponent could maybe have a primal being. That's been showing up today. So I might go for like a... I've already used Bond, and I've used Golden Rule. I could use this to search for a field spell, or go for Saryuja, try to go turbo, or I could go extra turbo and go for the Infernal Flame Banshee, or just win. Alright, they had nothing. I was gonna go hard. Ugh. We'll get out of Platinum someday. I'm surprised that I'm facing so many not great decks in Platinum here. And, oh... Did I lose to the Sword Soul starter deck? Well, it won't happen again now. I'm just gonna keep tweaking things. So I was using those shield bearers so that I could get a second banished monster so that I can summon Nemesis Flag, then summon Nemesis Corridor, and then upgrade into Colossus. Crystal Beasts get one monster banished, this one, so that can summon Flag, but then I need a second banished monster for summoning Corridor, so if I'm lucky, I can use Shield Bearer, but if these combos actually go off and the opponent doesn't surrender or anything, we'll see where that second banishment comes from. This might be Branded or Chimera. Yeah, the Chimera thing. With the illusion types. These illusion monsters, they go really, really hard. And I should probably experiment with them someday because there is an illusion monster which can search for Sapphire Pegasus. I don't know if anyone's tried to make use of that yet, but it also locks the player into fusion summons, so you can't exceed summon anyway, so using Sapphire as a toolbox thing for an instant boss monster wouldn't work anyway. Ooh. Chimera Fusion, that's an annoying one. Last time I played against an illusion deck in a tournament, I played Clockwork Knight. So this deck needs beasts and illusions, and it does a lot of fusing from the field. Clockwork Knight turns all monsters on the field into machines. So my opponent kept activating fusion cards, forgetting that everything was a machine, so then he had to fuse into like Garura and stuff, and he burned through all of his cards because of Clockwork Knight, which is a very dumb card for this very dumb series of duels I've been putting up with. Oh, but another thing that makes Clockwork Knight safe to use is Dragon Ravine. And you can get several additional copies of Dragon Ravine by going through Terraforming and the other two Foolish Burial Goods, which are not available in Master Duel because they needed to hit those bad Tearlament decks, and I guess keep them hit even now. So, I don't think I can use Dragon Ravine consistently in this deck. And so that means I have one less discard outlet for Clockwork Knight. In fact, I think the only card in the deck that Clockwork Knight's gonna work with now might just be the single Foolish Burial Goods that's left, so it might not be feasible anymore. Should probably cut it. And I don't know where these illusion cards are going, and I've not been paying attention. Quick effect to summon Chimera card from the deck, and it negates a monster. Oh, they got barrier statues here. That's not great for us. Ha! The opponent just accidentally discarded that Clockwork Knight. That was a 20% chance of all the cards in the deck, really. There was much less than 20% chance. Wow. Couldn't have milled something better for me. Banish this card from your hand. Do something. What does this do? Special summon. Okay. This is gonna be a one-turn duel. So this... negate an activated monster effect. The other one... it negates a target, right? Yes. Oh! How? What? How did you just summon that barrier statue? Summon any beast, fiend, or illusion. Yikes. Is this something they're doing in the TCG too? Well, thankfully I have a removal spell, which very few decks have these days, because everything is all about self-interaction. We don't bother interacting with the opponent anymore. Well, the opponent can negate a monster effect. I'm not going to bother targeting anything. During your opponent's turn, banish it from the graveyard. Oh, that's what was just used. So I only have to fear that monster negate and those two face-down cards. think I'm just gonna have to play this out and see where it goes. Just gonna throw all of these cards at the opponent and see how many go through. Or... no, I want the kill, because whatever I do, I'm gonna end on Nemesis Corridor, and if these things can't search... Wait. Oh, it stops from targeting anything you control. Not just an illusion thing. Whoops. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna have to go for a control setup, whether I like it or not. And I know they have a fusion monster that can drain the opponent's attack and declare multiple attacks. So I have to be ready for a strong battle phase. That's a good combination. Floodgates plus strong battle phase. People... I think Tenpai, from what I hear, is teaching people to respect strong battle phases. And strong women. And local businesses. And other things. Oh, crap. I activated a monster effect. I forgot. Well, this is embarrassing. Oh, what? You get to special summon, but I don't? Okay. I really need to pay attention to the duel instead of yapping my mouth off. Wow, this has been disastrous. The whole way through. Oh, wait. He took his barrier statue off the field. I think the opponent thinks I have nothing left. Or... is this thing not once per turn? Wait, what? I thought you were negating something. I'm confused. I'm just always confused. I guess I'll place this. I have no idea what's going on right now. This card is summoned. Add to the hand. This will destroy stuff. And this is not once per turn. So the opponent can probably get... Are you getting your barrier statue back? No. Okay. What is that going to do for you? Oh. It's on the field. Okay, so one of them, Baphomet summons it back to the field. And then Chimera summons something back from the graveyard, or whatever this one is. What is it called? Chimera, the King of Phantom Beasts, will then summon back from the graveyard. What a combo! Yeah, these illusion decks throw so many cards around. Oh wait, no, he didn't get back. Is that once? That is once per turn. Okay, but I don't have Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon in the back row anymore. So I can't do anything. And I just filled up one of my zones, so I can't use Golden Rule anymore. I am really bad at Yu-Gi-Oh! Good lord. I botched this turn so badly. But I'm trying to be entertaining. I have to keep talking, because I'm hosting a stream. Oh, what a disaster. Everything is a disaster. There's so little that I can do here. Oh, this stinks. If I hadn't crystallized that sapphire, if I'd actually looked at what I was drawing off of the Max C, I could have left an open zone for Golden Rule, which would have meant I could get a rainbow in the back row, I could banish it, I would have Awakening of the Crystal Ultimates enabled, I would be able to play Nemesis Corridor. Oh, I would have had everything! I gotta pay attention. Does Necro Valley help me here? Well, the opponent is summoning a lot of cards from the graveyard, so I figure if I have any chance of winning, Necro Valley's probably gonna be in there somewhere. Aside from that, no, Necro Valley is not helping me here. Yeah, that says target an illusion monster in your graveyard, special summon it. Ugh. Do I want to destroy this? During your opponent's turn, you can banish it from... Opponent's gonna attack me for 42. And take something out of my hand. I probably don't want them to take something out of my hand. I do need to also clear out the space in case I do get a path to Golden Rule, so that I don't have all my zones clogged up this time. I have a habit of not even looking at my hand sometimes. I've been blowing a lot of games here. Kinda like my last date, minus the games. Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm probably gonna lose anyway. But if I don't... Oh, wait a second. So I could hypothetically use Nemesis Corridor plus Revolution Synchron to go into Power Tool Dragon, and that gets me the Golden Rule, but I only have 2 Golden Rules in this build, so I actually can't search for Golden Rule. Power Tool Dragon does nothing in this deck. Oh. I wasn't even paying attention when I was building this deck! This is a disaster. I will never financially recover from making this many mistakes on stream. I feel like last week I was doing better. I was talking about Noble Knight combos and Sapphire Surprise combos at the same time. I guess last time I wasn't going up against good opponents. I was probably getting better draws. Maybe my draws are just getting worse as my build becomes more of a Frankenstein. But I like that my build is becoming more of a Frankenstein. That's fun. And Pot of Avarice. Just finish me, Daddy. Why are we going through all this rigmarole? My god, I can't even use Power Tool Dragon in this deck. Oops. See, this started as like a strict control build, just because going through big combos takes so much mental energy. I wanted something simple that I could play on stream, and maybe win quickly so I could grind through the ranks. But now I think I gotta really commit to a turbo build, and I'm gonna do that next. If I don't know, if I still have the dignity to continue dueling. So illusions are getting their own apprentice illusion magician. They're getting... I don't even know. They're getting everything. That's all I can say. They've got everything here. These Chimera decks just throw around the same few cards over and over. It's such a barrage. I like to break through it with Rainbow Overdragon. Rainbow Dragon Overdrive. But I have not summoned Overdrive on this stream yet. I've been winning with Overdragon for the first time. Don't tell me, after all that, you still don't have lethal damage? Yes, the rainbow always prevails sometimes. Always sometimes. Ugh, I got no way. I'm gonna have to commit honorable Sudoku. Nope, I don't even have a weak enough monster for that, do I? I have no way to get to anything. Alright, time to look at this mess of a build and fix something. Or maybe I should just switch to Sapphire Surprise for a while. I just kind of don't like anything in here now. I mean, I gotta have another one of these. I'll get rid of the Clockwork Knight and add a second Revolution Synchron. Or maybe I will if I come back to this. Maybe remove Conclave, but I'm gonna switch back to Sapphire Surprise. Ugh. I was also experimenting with some... Well, no, I was just checking up with some of my older Sapphire Surprise decks, which were very silly. I think, does this have Corridor in it? Can't go wrong with slapping a Corridor in here, and it does not have Corridor. It's got Savage Dragon. We'll go with it. We'll see where this goes. Oh, I think I was at 1 more win and I would rank up, and now it has to be 4 more wins. Youch. I need to focus. Okay. Sapphire Surprise combo time. I'm not gonna botch it. Here we go. Ash this, please. I don't know if I care if you ash it. Not particularly. But I guess I should just start playing a bunch of cards. Yeah. So I recently put Miracle in here, so I can have an extra trap to end on. But I don't have a spare level 4, so I don't think Miracle will actually do much for me. But I can still search for Crystal Bond to fluff up my hand size here. Although the opponent might... Oh, okay. I don't actually care about that because I can trade Sapphire for Crystal Bond, and I have an extra normal summon from Rainbow Bridge of the Heart. So even though this deck runs barely any Crystal Beasts, having Rainbow Bridge of the Heart available is one more way to muscle through Disruption. And put a couple of extra cards on the board for Gigantic Champion Sargus to return to the hand, and use those to eat some of your Tri-Brigade costs. So far, so good. And it looks like that may have been the opponent's only card they could use here, although we'll see if a Primal pops up later. It has in the past, but I was ready for that one. I think I'll be ready for this one too, because I'm filling up the graveyard with Crystal Beasts. I already have Courier and Karis in hand, so I can go into Branded and Tri-Brigade combos together after this. So in the meantime, I'm just going to build up some resources and get Springin's Kit, which will search for Branded and High Spirits, guaranteeing that I will have Mirror Jade or Guardian Chimera. So here is the Sapphire Surprise magic in action. I don't know how many people are here for specifically Sapphire Surprise or for the rainbow stuff. I've just been talking so much I'm going lightheaded here. I don't want to leave just empty silence on stream. So at this point, I'll use Tally-Ho to summon 2 Springin's Kits, and then they will search for Brandon High Spirits, but then they will also put a card from my hand back into my deck. And so I will use Kid as Chainlink 1, Sargus as Chainlink 2, so that he resolves first, returning one of my cards to the hand, so I can use that card as the one that Kit returns. Just a nifty little way to keep an extra card in hand. Sapphire Surprise has a lot of little things you can do, like going through a combo whose end goal you already have in hand, just so you can maybe get a second copy. You really gotta watch the number of cards in hand. Like, I don't have to go for another courier here, but I will. More cards in hand. I think even if I didn't search for it here, I'd be able to search for it with some Tri-Brigades on the next turn. So even if later in the combo it turns out I'm going to have no use at all for a second courier in hand, that's one more card I can return. So I don't mind having a few cards that can't be used. Like, for example, if I draw Board Breaker on turn 1, well, you need fluff in the hand anyway. So it can contribute to the strategy simply by existing. You don't even need to actually use the card. Like this Rainbow Dragon here. I think I can set up a spicy combo here. I gotta think ahead. I'm gonna use Courier, discard these. No, I can't. I don't have other Tri-Brigades, so I won't be able to use Bear Brum to summon anything, so I guess I don't need most of the fluff in my hand. So I'll just fish for a draw. And I had to normal summon again to play through that infinite impermanence, so I can't normal summon Quem here. I'm gonna have one more Friend Search to go through, and that's gonna grab me a Golden Sword Soul. And I will end on Apollo and Revolt, and Golden Sword Soul to prevent the opponent from running over Apollo, no matter how low her attack points get. So it's not going to look super impressive as an end board, but it will be. Because it's going to cut off what the opponent expects will be their out. Especially if they forget about the Golden Sword Soul, which people tend to do. It's a slightly forgettable card. And it's also got that effect to summon something if something is banished, which the Sword Soul starter deck player actually used against me to push for lethal damage in that really, really weird duel. They've all been weird, but that one was a special kind of weird. So there we go, Apollo, Revolt, Mirror Jade or Guardian Chimera, and Attack Negation. And if I go for Mirror Jade, I'll have Effect Negation. If I go for Guardian Chimera, it gets me another Search and Chain Blocks. Sometimes I wonder what my opponents think of this deck as it's playing through. But more realistically, they probably aren't thinking about it, so add something. The opponent might have a second copy, so I'm not going to waste destruction on it. I'm going to let them use it. I try to be conservative and efficient with my resources. I'm not conservative in many other things. That's for sure. What do we got? Soul Resonator. I don't know what this Red Dragon Archfiend stuff does, but that looks like a monster effect, so I don't have to worry about that. Is there like a Red Dragon Archfiend starter deck? Why is everybody using it in Master Duel? And they banned in Master Duel, I think, the level 12 turn skip card, whereas the TCG is like, yeah, we need more turn skips. Ugh. I disagree. I think turn skips should come from 40-step turns that set up unbreakable boards that counter everything the opponent plays, because every turn for me is an entire Pride Parade and the opponent has to sit through it. Nobody gets to have fun, only I get to have fun. And now here's my least favorite thing in the world. Resolving Tri-Brigade Roar in Master Duel, when it makes you individually select every card to summon, pick a zone, and, ugh. This is fun. I'm not worried about a Primal Being, so I'm gonna use Apollo to prevent the opponent from maybe drawing into a Primal Being. And then I'm going to use Branded in Red to make a Mirror Jade and prevent the opponent from activating it, get my Monster Negate back because I've got the Courier in hand. Oh, I hate this. Pick a zone, pick a position, summon them one at a time, select them as link material one at a time. There's no reason why this can't be automated. Konami is just lazy. Ugh. So now this triggers, banish whatever, and I'll replace Apollo with a Mirror Jade, powered up with the Courier, and just trample for game. Yeah. I would have appreciated if they surrendered before I had to click through the entire Revolt resolution. That's just me. What has been? I have not had a good win rate on this stream. Oof. 5 wins, 3 losses. This has only been 8 duels? I've been at this for 2 hours and we've only had 8 duels? I had 20 duels last time. Yeah, those weird grinds in the beginning really did go on forever. Mark going second. We can just chill. How's everyone feeling? What are we doing today? Aside from dropping Max C. I have been blabbing about Yu-Gi-Oh! So much. I need a stretch. At a big tournament, between rounds, I always stretch. Because if I don't, I'm going to get really uncomfortable throughout the day. And if your body hurts, that's going to distract your mind. And obviously, you need to be in top shape to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel and not even look at the cards in your hand because you're too busy trying to narrate all your possible plays on stream. Just want to see the final branded line. Which line? The branded player? No, it wasn't a branded player. Did you want to see the branded thing that I was doing? Because the branded thing I was going to do was just to summon Mirror Jade off of that branded red, and then just have a Mercurier ready. And I think I would have had lethal damage, so I could just go over and attack. Or I could also have used Shurag to banish their spell, and then Mirror Jade to banish their monster. Send Brigran the Glory Dragon, special summon Fractal. Summon, using Fractal's effect, double Dragon Lords, which would also trigger Shurag again, not that they had another card. For the math, you went to a fun river walk today. Got to see snakes and gators. Right, because you live in the south where alligators are a thing. I live up north, far away from alligators. I have never seen one. Sometimes I see a frog, or on very rare occasions I might see a snake or a little lizard, but nothing that I could not comfortably take in a fight. Alright, so opponent has Shizhao, which will negate a monster, and this guy, let's see, if I special summon, it's gone and I take damage. If I use a spell or a trap, it's gone and I take damage. Well, I don't... If I use Rainbow Bridge of the Heart, that's going to interfere. No point in using Awakening of the Crystal Ultimates here. Well, this might be tough, but I think I can play through just 2 cards. Sword Soul's tough because they're always going to be able to counter something, and a couple of somethings, but I'm going to redeem myself. I'm not going to... Oh, they have another counter. Well, I'll manage. I'm going to redeem myself. I'm not going to lose against this Sword Soul deck. I'm going to focus and actually pay attention and plan ahead. So luckily, I have already opened with a Rainbow Dragon. I could go for a special summon. I'm going to go for a special summon just as a way of powering through one more card. Oh, great. Now we gotta take the Max C challenge. And what, they already had Effect Veiler, so the opponent's deck here is clearly gonna be full of things that they can draw and activate on my turn. But if I do nothing, they have 57, they're gonna have game. If I don't do anything. Well, and they get rid of my monsters. And plus, it's Sword Soul, so pretty much any card in their deck goes full combo. You can't afford to go easy on this deck. Yeah, the new version of Max C. Much more fair card. There is just no explanation for why the OCG still has Max C after all these years. There's nothing fair about that card. Let's see. This opponent is not just blindly activating things. This is a good Sword Soul player. I shouldn't have played my monster in attack. So if I Xyz summon here, that's gonna get negated. Yeah, I could special summon. Oh, I don't have a normal summon? What am I thinking? I think the best thing to do is just pray that the opponent didn't draw a starter. Because whatever this makes is negated, then I go for 1, but can this negate? If your opponent special summons a monster. Oh, right on summon. This is tough, let me think. Can I get through it? It takes 1 hit. Summon Nerval. It gets negated. I have to summon it with this. Doesn't hit the graveyard. I don't get Karis. I can't do it. Oh man. This has been not a great stream. Not at all. Nobody's gonna believe that I'm a Pokemon master if I keep losing like this. Chandler, is this the first time you've seen me actually duel? Aside from when I played against Ramon, because that'll be embarrassing. Wait, what is asking me to use the effect, isn't it? Oh. Nah. Well, at least it seems the opponent didn't draw super well anymore. Ugh. What do they got? Okay, I have a chance unless they've got another Max C, in which case... Well, I've got another Max C, and that does not help me at all. I have 3 cards in grave. Oops. It's just Sapphire, which means I'm going to have to get more beasts in grave for this. If I normal summon, if I special summon here, I can go for Farragut, get more Tri-Brigades. I'm just going to try it. Oh no, it technically is. Oh man, you'll never believe that I'm so cool and sexy and awesome and good at Yu-Gi-Oh! Now. Maybe I'll play against some friends on stream sometime. Let's see, maybe I can bait the opponent into using Shizhou. But no, this Sword Soul player actually pays attention. So probably won't work. Yeah, there we go. I could end up with 3 beasts in grave. I'm gonna search for like a Karis or a Fractal, load up the graveyard again, but he hasn't used Shizhou, hasn't used Chengying. Well, this is just bad. It's all just bad. I feel like the only things I've thought about in recent, months are just Yu-Gi-Oh! And YouTube. And breathing and fine dining. I don't remember my name. My name is youtube.com/MarkThePage. I make Yu-Gi-Oh videos on YouTube and sometimes Pokemon fashion reviews. Because it's what the people want. So what do I search for? Like a fractal? This is gonna get a Nerval for me. The Nerval will have 1, 2, 3 cards engraved, which is not as much as I want. Or do I go for Kit? Is it what I want? I mean, I'm hoping the Yu-Gi-Oh stuff will grow the channel, and then I can also do some more non-Yu-Gi-Oh stuff too. Oh, you know what? I didn't consider that the opponent would save Shijiao's negate for Farigit. Because now all I can do is 1-for-1 summoning Nerval. But then if I special summon a monster, it gets banished. And I can't use it for anything. I just have nothing at all that I can do. This will be 12, that'll be 41, I'll have 600 life points remaining. If I special summon a monster or activate a spell or trap, I can't do anything, I'll just lose. Yeah, I lose. Oh man. It's just another loss, that's frustrating. What the heck's going wrong here? I promise this isn't how the last stream went. But maybe I need another Ash Blossom? So I could have stopped. Whatever. Do I want Lightning Storm? This can really backfire in a grind if I keep a Crystal Beast on the field. What other, like, silly board-breaking spell can I go for? But I also want to have something that can take out stall decks. And I don't think I've got the hand size for, whatever. Dark Roller no more. How many copies do I have? One? I'll just use one. Maybe another 3 stupid options? 55 cards, that's fine. Yes, and there aren't all that many Crystal Beast YouTubers, and I mean, I've got a bit of a unique perspective on them, and I've been one of the top innovators for Crystal Beast decks, like, forever. It's just that only recently I've been making Yu-Gi-Oh videos, because I made that one video that took off and got, like, couple, like, tens of thousands of views, whereas all my other videos get like 100 views if they're lucky. Alright, it was good having you around, Chandler. Now that you're leaving, I'm probably gonna win every duel from now on. Uh, my favorite archetypes besides Crystal Beasts would be... Well, if I wasn't playing Crystal Beasts right now, I would be playing probably Noble Knights with the new Infernoble stuff. I've had a combo video for those brewing, but other things keep coming up, so I make videos about other things. I want to make a video about Colossus combos, but I don't know if my Infernal Flame Banshee's gonna get here in time. But I'll make the Noble Knight video someday. It's going to be extremely long, because I've done a lot of combo work with Noble Knights. They're quite versatile. More 40-step combos with like 5 negates. It's a lot. That's what I would be using instead. Okay. I got Baguska here, and this is not pure Crystal Beasts, so I don't love to see it. And I don't have access to Rainbow Bridge of the Heart with this hand. This is not ideal. But the opponent won't be able to do anything if they've got their own Baguska. They'll have to switch it to attack position, summon something else. But... if I can get enough summons for Shureg, that would be something. I could normal summon, special summon with Karis. I could get a 3rd summon with Rainbow Bridge to Crystal Bond, which is basically emergency teleport in this deck. I'm gonna need more. This is a rough one. I don't have a way to get Fallen of Albus in the graveyard. Or Guiding Quem, but I can still fill the graveyard. I did draw Revolt. And since this is a Utopia deck, they're probably gonna go all in on one summon. But unfortunately, I only have one kit in this build, and I drew it. Oh, well, I can search for Karis. Never... Alright, hold on, the dog is making some noise. Be right back. Dog is very annoying, but there will be no dog on stream today, because she is in big trouble. She was very bad, and she knows it. She is not begging for treats or attention. She knows she is exiled. She's not a good dog. Let's just dump some things out of the hand. I should have 4 engrave now. Oh, you know what? I can get Albus engrave. I can use Karis. It's negated, but Karis banishes as cost. This is really important for playing through Disruption and Sapphire Surprise, because you can still banish Courier and you still get a search even if Karis is negated. With that search, oh, well, I could also get the Golden Sword, so hold on. If they go for their Utopia one-hit kills. But I think I would rather have access to Quem, maybe. Because I still have Max C, and I have Revolt. I am definitely equipped for a grind here. So I'll summon Quem, even though she gets negated. If the opponent plays an Xyz monster that they can attack with, then her effect will be live again, because he'll have to switch Baguska's position. Oh, but the Revolt isn't live right now, because I don't have 4 open monster spaces, so I'm going to crack the rainbow here. And with that, I can link some Inferigate just to clear up some main monster zones. So see, you gotta think through some pretty weird moves in Sapphire Surprise, because these cards were not meant to work together. This should be good enough. Well, the dog attacked me because she wanted to bring a stick inside, but she's not allowed to have sticks inside. She's very upset about that rule. And she sometimes gets very aggressive when I tell her she has to drop the stick. She's a very angry, vicious golden retriever who loves sticks and hates authority. My opponent is setting something. I can use Tri-Brigade Revolt, get a Sure Egg, and I can banish whatever they've just set. Ooh. Wow. Numbers protection. That's a good one. Alright, well, no Revolt. I don't think I'm able to climb to... Oh wait, yes I am able to climb up. I can use Farragut to get an additional summon. I forgot about that last turn. I have gotten through some pretty weird floodgates just by using my little emergency teleport here with Farragut's extra summon to cheese my way up to the 4 cards you need to play Sure Egg, and then banish whatever the problem card is. I'll be able to search for Karis after this, so... well, if they've got another numbers protection. It won't matter, because when Farragut is sent to the graveyard, it gets an effect that I can use to chain block Sure Egg's effect. Oh, I've got a lot of chain blocking effects here, actually. So, Sure Egg on the bottom. And to ensure that I get Nerval's search, I can put Farragut on top of that. Chain link orders are obnoxiously important. Yeah, there we go. See, I called it. As soon as Chandler leaves, I start winning again. I don't think I've advanced a tier in this stream because I keep losing so much. This is my worst record in a long time. Ugh. I'm getting tired. It's been 2.5 hours, which is how long I dueled in the first stream. And it has not been 20 games. Alright, who wants to see Sapphire Surprise combos? Watch my hand be 3 Ash Blossoms, 2 Max C, nothing else. No, this is some full combo stuff right there. Since you've played a bit with Crystal Beast, I have a silly question. What does it do with True Draco? Do you mean like people who are playing True Draco plus Crystal Beasts? Because I think some people have experimented with that just as like a control deck, which uses Crystal Beasts as an engine to search for field spells, and they search for Draconic Diagram, which searches for other True King things. Oh, I Ash Blossom in a Max C format is actually useful. That's nice. I think so. They would use the Crystal Beasts as an engine to search for the True Draco field spell, and then because that field spell destroys cards, you then destroy the Crystal Beasts, and they would crystallize, and you can keep your resources around. Although, I think it sounds like a pretty boring control deck. And then I suppose there are True Dracos who you can summon by tributing spells and traps, so you could tribute the Crystal Beasts for them. I hate True Dracos. It's such a boring deck. And I just think Crystal Beasts can do so much more than that. Like, you wouldn't think an opening like this is gonna go into Crystal Beasts, but it will. See, I guess I can summon Guiding Quem here, and use Quem to set up some Xyz summons, and summon a Shurag just to sacrifice it to search for a Crystal Beast. So we're going to use Karis, summoning Shurag to trigger both the Courier and the Quem. This is probably the last combo I showed in my Sapphire Surprise video, where it brings together everything, because we're going to summon Borreload Savage Dragon here. We are going to Fusion, Synchro, Xyz, and Link Summon right now. Wait, did I target Courier with Quem? I hope I didn't. Again, I was narrating instead of actually playing, which is something to do too much. Please tell me I did not target. Okay, I didn't. Okay, I did the right thing. Also, I guess I didn't have to do that. That unnecessarily enabled the opponent to make a Primal Being. I should have waited until Link summoning Bear Brum, so now if the opponent drops Primal, at the very least, I get Tri-Brigade Revolt, and it's loaded. So now our Shurag here is going to search for a Rainbow... no, not Rainbow Dragon. Sapphire, and we're going to play Sapphire later, but first we're going to play the Golden Sword Soul, the best Sword Soul. And this will kick in at like the very end of these plays, summoning Quem back from the graveyard so I can make a Savage Dragon, which is banned in the TCG, so in my TCG build I think I'm just going to tag out to a Nemesis Corridor and Thunder Dragon Colossus. If you got a deck that banishes and you've got an open slot in the extra, I think I'd like to put Colossus there. Now, tragically, I have drawn the one rainbow that I play in this deck, so I'm gonna have to crystallize from hand. It has been a very, very long time since I've crystallized from the hand, and I've done it like 3 times in this stream. These are not normal duels, I promise. But now, we go into the Springens combo, which will eventually result in a Farragut, which we'll use for a Crystal Beast combo. Actually, I think it's totally fine that I've drawn Rainbow Dragon here, because I'm summoning Springens Kit, and Springens Kit returns cards from the hand to the deck. So I can get the Rainbow back in there. What a dizzying combo to play through and also to narrate. And sometimes I wonder what the opponent is thinking about these crazy combos, but then I figure, oh, the opponent is probably, like, making a sandwich right now. because who would ever watch what their opponent is doing in Master Duel? I sure don't. So now, after all this, Spriggan's combo takes Quem and the monster that she summoned and turns them into Branded in High Spirits and Beasts. So now that I have Beasts, I can make Farragut, and then Farragut will play Sapphire Pegasus. Oh, wait, I made another mistake. If I'm doing this version of a Borreload Savage Dragon combo, I should have used Gigantic Champion Sarkis' effect on himself to yeet himself off the field, because we're gonna need some extra zones. I leave a Cobalt in the deck in case I draw a Crystal Bond later, but actually I think it doesn't matter. Even if I forget to use Sargus, or if I change my mind about what combo I'm doing later on, I do have another Xyz summon at this point in the combo, and detaching an Xyz material is what triggers the champion's effect to remove a card from the field. And I should not discard and banish this courier, because I already did that at the start of the turn. The move here is use Sargus, targeting itself, get itself off the field so that we can get more fun cards in that zone later. But first. So next up I'm going to be using Bearbrum, but first I'd like to guarantee that I have my Mirror Jade waiting in this combo. Just checking to see that I already have Albus in the graveyard, and the Golden Sword Soul is also in the graveyard. So I'm not going to need what I draw here. Not that that really matters, because discarding Albine the Shrouded Dragon is just fine. I can use its effect from the graveyard again anyway on the next turn. So we discard these one at a time because Master Duel is poorly programmed and does not make any sense. Summon Fractal. So here we go. I'm summoning the Borreload Savage Dragon. Fractal's effect now banishes 2 cards to summon Ancient Warrior's Oath Double Dragon Lords, which is worth a bounce on the opponent's turn. And because monsters have now been banished, this will trigger the Golden Sword Soul, who will revive either Guiding Quem or Incredible Ecclesia from the graveyard. They are level 4 tuners, and I've piled up some Link monsters in the graveyard, so I can now Synchro Summon Borreload Savage Dragon. I use these branded things for everything except fusion summons. What's even better is that Borreload Savage Dragon will be equipping Shureg from the graveyard, and when Shureg is sent to the graveyard, I get to search my deck for a beast, even if it was sent to the graveyard as an equip spell. So now, for the Coup de Grace, the big kahuna, the 6 feet under sleeping with the fishes, you talking to me, forget about it. We combine these 3 beasts to make Bow of the Goddess. This triggers Bearbrum, which will search for Tri-Brigade Revolt. I can put back the Courier, which doesn't matter because Revolt is going to get Courier searched out on the next turn anyway. Searching that out just to put it back in the deck, because that fluffs up the hand size so that I can afford to keep feeding cards to the Tri-Brigade effects. That is what makes Sapphire Pegasus so magically delicious in a branded Tri-Brigade deck. It gets you extra beasts, and it fills up the hand. And then, of course, it also gets 2 branded in red. So I've got 3 negates on Apollo, an Omni negate on Borreload, I've got a bounce, I've got Mirror Jade or Guardian Chimera, and I've got a loaded Revolt. Everything live. Yeah, heavy combo. That is at least 8 disruptions, and I countered their max C. Alright. Yu-Gi-Oh's a fun, interactive game. I oppose turn skips, but I love this. Danger, Bigfoot. Dangers aren't once per turn, right? Those shouldn't be negated. And Bigfoot hit himself. In confusion. Target a card to destroy. That simply gets negated by the Bow of the Goddess. But you know, on Master Duel I don't totally feel like a winner when I do these Sapphire Surprise combos, because they just take so darn long. I feel like I am just wasting my own time. I mean, at least in person, I get to see people's very confused reactions. I don't get that satisfaction here. If the opponent tries to attack, yeah, it's not gonna work. You simply cannot do that. And now if they even end on some traps, then I will be ready to go with that branded in red. I can use it to make a Mirror Jade, or I can use it to make a Guardian Chimera. Often what I'll do, and I did this in my replay compilation that I narrated. Oh, wait. Wait, what am I doing? Okay. I'm resolving Revolt, which is a pain in the booty. In those commentated replays, I did something like that against the Labyrinth deck. While they were playing through their turn, I used Apollo to negate their monster effects, and then during the end phase, I used it as material for Guardian Chimera to destroy their traps, now that it wasn't needed to stop their monsters anymore. Ah, my arch nemesis, the timer. I'm gonna have to call it a turn. Even though I had a chance to swap that Incredible Ecclesia for something else, I don't think it really matters. My opponent is using dangers here. We are just pinballing between really good opponents and Kaiser Vorse Raider. Whatever that was. I don't think we ever got to see what they were doing with the Harmonic Synchro Fusion. I think they surrendered before it resolved. Shiranui. Okay, well, whatever that does, it doesn't. Yeah, there we go. Honorable Sudoku. Well, it's 6 o'clock over here. I've been streaming for 3 hours now. Why not another duel? Why not? I don't think we're gonna hit 20 this time. I hope we don't hit 20 this time. How are people feeling? Because I'm feeling tired. Oh, we're going first again. I have to do the combo again. Take a drink every time he summons Crystal Beast Sapphire Pegasus. Alright, is this full combo? Yeah, it is. Because check this out, because I drew Emergency Teleport here, I don't need to use a normal summon on Sapphire Pegasus, which means I can use that normal summon on Incredible Ecclesia, which means I can tag her out for Golden Sword Soul, use Golden Sword Soul for an Xyz summon, then later in the turn, the Golden Sword Soul will bring her back for a Synchro summon. It's midnight where you're from. Yeah, sleep is good. I'm not so great at sleeping. Last night, I was thinking about how to fit Colossus and Banshee into my extra deck. It's getting rather cramped. And I get real weird thoughts when I'm trying to brew combos and I'm half asleep at like 4 a.m. So I seriously got the thought that like, if I'm having trouble fitting Colossus and Banshee into my extra deck, I can just cancel my cable subscription and I will have more space. And that, in my mind, made sense. Anyway, so here my opponent has dropped Max C. And now I can't go into my combos. I'm not taking the Max C challenge. But what I can do is use Awakening of the Crystal Ultimates. I'm going to use this to search for Rainbow Bridge of the Heart. That's going to give me an extra normal summon, so I can play the Sapphire that I didn't need to summon. Then I'll have some extra crystals to burn on Crystal Miracle. And because that extra summon will be a normal summon, I can do that without giving my opponent an extra draw. It's not going to be a great hand. Well, it's not going to be a great field, but that's just what happens when your opponent has Max C. There are very few decks which can put up a very good board, and this is not a pure Crystal Beast deck, so I can't search for a whole stack of traps. I think I started this stream with that. I was going for a combo opening, opponent dropped Max C, so instead I ended on 2 Miracles and a Conclave. Well, with this deck I can at least end on 1 Conclave. I mean, 1 Miracle. It used to be a Conclave, back when Mystic Mine was running around. But thank goodness, that's gone. Last thing I could do here is give my opponent a draw so I can end on a rank 4. I don't have any links engraved for Savage. I'm just gonna end it there. I don't want to give my opponent more draws. I have Max C, and I have 1 counter, which is better than I could have gotten if I wasn't running Bridge of the Heart and Awakening. Who is this? It's another Visa's deck. Can this go into Scareclaw Rykart? No, it's a Scareclaw. They're gonna summon it at some point anyway. What does it matter? They really don't want me to do that. So I'm gonna do that, and then, because I've got a Crystal Beast, I've still got Rainbow Bridge of the Heart. I can then trigger Rainbow Bridge of the Heart, so I have a negate and a bounce. And, actually, if a monster gets banished, then I can use the Golden Sword Soul to banish it from the graveyard or the field. And then that will summon Incredible Ecclesia the Virtuous back, and then I can hit the opponent with a Surprise Albus. Maybe I should have let them banish my Max C. Oh, okay. Guess I had nothing. Well, I would have liked to see that Surprise Albus go off. Especially when they're under Max C. So, that is an example of why I really love adding just a couple of extra cards to a combo deck so that it is able to pivot into control if the combo gets negated. You know what? One more win to get into Platinum Tier 1. I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna go back to the Crystal Beasts. I can fix this. I want to get that overdrive. So I'm gonna craft an extra Revolution Synchron for this build. Because Master Duel is weird. I don't really need to care much about Max C in this deck because it is so much better at pivoting into control. One last question before we leave. Any thoughts on Rare Value? Rare Value has always been a controversial card because it's the opposite of what you want a draw spell to do. Rare Value requires you to set up a play and then cash in on it, whereas draw spells are supposed to be helping you to set up. Generally, Oh, if I didn't have this golden rule, I could have gotten an extra card, but here's one of my favorite Revolution Synchron combos. Anyway, so the issue with Rare Value is that it's only good if you're already setting up, and it's a draw spell, which means it's getting you more setup, which is not what you want a draw spell to be doing. I often find that even if I draw 2 cards off of Rare Value, I'm probably going to spend at least one of those cards trying to get one of those crystals back. I think Rare Value is only useful if you've got a ton of spare crystals, and if you've got a ton of spare crystals... Oh! I forgot again, I only have 1 Rainbow Dragon in this build. Ugh, I'm so bad at building Crystal Beasts on here. I'm not paying attention to what I'm building, so I can't do my Arclight combo, and I can't summon Ruby. This is why you need to run 2 Rainbow Dragons. Don't think that just because it's super searchable, you only need 1. Because drawing 1 can brick your best engines. This could have ended on a completely unbreakable board. If only I was able to activate that Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon, get a Ruby out of the deck, and use it to Synchro Summon Herald of the Arclight and set up Golden Rule. So anyway, back to Rare Value. I think Rare Value only helps if you already have a really good field going. And in that case, you don't need any help. Although I don't think I've actually gotten to the point of honestly testing Rare Value in a very long time. Same with Crystal Tree. I almost put it in the deck, and then I figure, actually no, this isn't going to help me, except in very specific circumstances, and this might be a bad move, filling up my back row, but like, whatever. Ugh, what does it matter? I'm just grumpy about the 1 Rainbow Dragon. I'm putting the other Rainbow Dragon in here. Oh, this is gonna cost me my rank up match. Use 2 Rainbow Dragons, everybody. Use 2 Rainbow Dragons. Every time I take a Rainbow Dragon out of my deck, it's like lands in Magic the Gathering. You think you can take out just 1, but you really need it. Hello, again, Ixtaloxo. This has been a very weird stream. We've had a number of very strange duels, which, didn't go as planned. And I have been very distracted trying to narrate this stream, so I've made a lot of misplays. Please attack with the unicorn, so I can negate it and destroy it with Crystal Wing. Turbo Rainbow strategies are the thing to strive for. It is so much fun. I also recommend, just like, if you want something fun to do to pass the time and to work your brain, just do some solitaire with your Crystal Beast deck. Just keep playing out the cards. Wait, what? Oh, okay, opponent was smart enough to not try to trigger Unicorn's effect and get countered by my Crystal Wing. Now they're going to use Magician's Robe on my turn to summon Dork Magician. That's not very threatening. I'll draw something off of it. So this triggers if I use this monster effect, okay. So he's maybe trying to bait me into negating his Magician's Robe. Well, I have 1 Crystal Beast here, 2, 3, 4, 5. This could search for number 6. That's not good. I will summon Sapphire anyway, not use its effect, right? I don't want to fill up my zones, because I can't empty out a zone, because I only have 1 Rainbow Dragon in this build. So I can't trigger this. Ooh, and discarding Called by the Grave against Crystal Beasts. That's bold. But I have the Nemesis in this build anyway, so I can recover my banished monsters. We can get a draw here. It ain't much, but it's honest work. I forget what I was talking about earlier. Oh, great, yeah, there's the fossil dino. If I had drawn that first, that would have shut down everything the opponent's got here. Well... this is a trigger effect, except during the damage step. And if Crystal Wing triggers during the damage step, yes, I can safely use Crystal... Oh, well, it's mandatory anyway. Crystal Wing gets the attack boost. Cash can't stop it. Take out the Magician's Robe. Even though it's activated already. I don't have anything interesting to do here. Ugh, I'm putting that second Rainbow Dragon in. Yes, that's something I did in the previous game. I used Springin's Kit to return... Is this... Hold on. The opponent's gonna go for a rank 7 here. I'm not worried. This isn't gonna do anything else. Yeah, so Springin's Kit can return unwanted cards back to the deck, cards which need to be in the deck in order for other effects to resolve, giving you a way to improvise out of bad hands. But this is not Sapphire Surprise. I thought it'd be cute to... Oh, the opponent did that on my turn. It gave me more draws in the main phase. Okay. This is not Sapphire Surprise. I thought it'd be cute to switch back to Turbo, because I have not summoned Rainbow Dragon Overdrive in this, and the opponent continues to special summon monsters under Max C, and so now I have drawn Awakening so I can get to Crystal Bond. Anyway, I have not summoned Rainbow Overdragon in this stream. I have been winning with just Rainbow Dragon. I mean, I've not summoned Overdrive. I've been winning with Rainbow Dragon and Rainbow Overdragon, which is very weird. I just haven't needed Overdrive yet. You know, everybody commits Sudoku before I summon it. We just know where this is going. Isn't all that much I can do right now, but hey, I've got 2 negates and a potential bounce. The opponent doesn't have much left, and on the next turn I've got whatever I want. This might be the last duel, because I've been at this for over 3 hours now. Oof. I'm still not like 100% sure what I'm doing with these streams, just playing and chilling. Having large eyeballs. I'm surprised they didn't go for like Dark Magic Attack. Are they using Dark Magic Attack? He's using Magician's Robe. Why not throw in Dark Magic Attack? Also, another thing about relying on Springin's Kit to return things to the deck is that does require improvising. And if you need your Rainbow Dragon in the deck early in a combo, you might not be able to get to Springin's Kit in the first place, and even if you do, and even if it all works out totally well, it does take time and a lot more brain power. And a legitimate concern with Sapphire Surprise is whether you can mentally handle playing a deck like that through an entire tournament day, because tournaments are already overwhelming and exhausting. And the opponent just tribute summoned Kashdora Unicorn. That's a thing that happened. Anyway, mental stamina is a serious concern in big tournaments, because the longer it goes on, like the more overwhelmed and tired your brain becomes, the more likely you are to make misplays, and also the more weary your body will become. And that distracts you. I've been talking about this a lot on stream, but yeah, a deck like Sapphire Surprise, very difficult to pilot. I've even made mistakes on stream here. Okay. How many duels did we do? This was 13 duels. And I got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got 9 out of 13. I guess that's not bad. I usually expect a little more. It's Master Duel. Well, anyone else have anything else to say? Before I wrap this up, before I get too exhausted, I never got to summon Overdrive on stream today. But I guess I didn't need it. You know, I didn't get to do my fun Colossus combos either. I never got to play out a full... You know what? One more duel. I haven't gotten to play out my ridiculous Crystal Beast combos. I need this. I need to end the stream on a high note. I need to show what I've been cooking in my kitchen. I promised I had cool new combos. I'm gonna add another Rainbow Dragon. This is fine. No. This is fine. Sure. Will I consider doing viewer duels? You mean, like, dueling against you guys? I'd be up for it. I suggested earlier with someone in the chat who was a friend who I met at the National Championship. Awesome guy. Love him to death. I saw a little fuzzy lint thing, and I thought maybe it was a spider descending from the ceiling, which has happened in this room before. And now my sense of security has been forever shattered. Anyway, I've got unbreakable board combos that I have not gotten to play out yet. Because, like every duel on this stream, has been these weird grinds against these weird zombie decks, where the way to win is to keep sending their boss monster back to the hand. That is Zexal Sage. We're up against another Utopia deck. Alright, I've got goods. I've got Valence World, which is going to take out old what's-his-face, who negates and steals monsters. Fun little removal field spell. I fear nothing! So yeah, I'd be down for dueling some of you guys sometime. I'm also not going to do Master Duel for every stream. Oh, you had a spider in the car! Oh. Thank you for sticking around watching the stream, Nehru. It's good to have you around. Good to have people to chat with. Sorry we're sending you off to bed thinking of the many-legged abominations. But yeah, Carlos, something like that happened to me in the car once. And I immediately pulled over to some, like, sketchy warehouse. What is this field? Hold on. So I can't target Draglubion. Doesn't do anything else. Oh, this has a quick effect to summon a number thing. There's no telling what the opponent can do with that. And this will immediately attach to it as material. So I need to be very careful with how I play through this. Yeah, this is a pretty loaded hand. This is what, like, every hand looks like in the TCG, with terraforming and more foolish burial goods. Yeah, sure, stick around for, just one more hand. I think I can do this. Do I go for the Necro Valley? Give him a little spook. I mean, I don't have a use for Rainbow Ruins here. I'm gonna go for Necro Valley. Oh, because I also have Rainbow Bridge of the Heart, so I didn't even notice I have Rainbow Bridge of the Heart. When did that get here? Well, at the very least, Necro Valley is gonna spook the opponent, not let them get their hyper rank up magic out, whatever they were gonna do with that. And so I can safely get rid of whatever this number 99 thing was gonna do. And then I will take out Hope, Harbinger, Dragon, Titanic, Galaxy. That's a name. Yeah, I've got my ways to play around this. What do you got? What do you got? I'm gonna take out Utopia Dragonar and its hyper rank up magic combo. Then I will replace Necro Valley with the Valence World and take out the Hope. Oh, it negates spells. I thought that was the one that negates monsters. Guys, Yu-Gi-Oh! Players can't read. Huh. Well, that means I can use a monster effect. Here we go. This is one of those new combos I figured out. Yeah. Hope is... This thing is the spell negate. I was confusing it with the F-Zero, which negates monsters. I think the move here is to just add whatever to my hand, and then to the back, and I'll summon something, switch to Valence World, so I don't have to care about the Hope thing anymore. Watch this, I'm gonna set up Valence World stuff. Next up, I will summon Sapphire Pegasus here, just force the opponent to either use that or lose it, and even if they use it, they don't get the full impact anymore. I'm not placing my Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon. Oh, wait. No, the opponent will have an opportunity to use it. Because the Bridge of the Heart stuff didn't work. Ugh. I'm so confused. I'm trying to talk too much. But does it work? Does it work? Does it work? Don't do anything threatening. I sure hope that doesn't have anything interesting to summon. Ugh. I goofed. I totally thought that card was F-Zero, but no, it's the spell negate. I was too dazzled by this hand. What I want to do next is use Valence World to summon the Ruby, and then that also moves up the Sapphire, and then the Sapphire places a Rainbow. And what does this do? It cannot be destroyed, and I take the damage. So the opponent thinks they can sit on this, and it'll be invincible. But when I go Overdrive, that's a non-destructive way of removing everything from the field. We're taking the Max C challenge, everyone. This is the final duel of the stream. We are taking the Max C challenge, and we are summoning Ultimate Crystal Rainbow Dragon Overdrive to defeat number 38 Hope Harbinger Dragon Titanic Galaxy. I think... Oh, does Overdrive have the longer name? I am 100% taking the Max C challenge. Draw every primal being in your deck. Or please don't. So, here's that new Nemesis combo I've figured out. I've got 2 Sapphires on board, which means I cannot play Saryuja Skull Dread. I need 4 different monsters to play Saryuja. At this point, I usually would play Dugaries, which would summon one of the Sapphires back. But I can also go through Infernal Flame Banshee. And the way that it gets that second monster back is through Nemesis Flag. But then Flag will also search for Corridor. So my 2 monsters are turning into 3 monsters, one of which I can summon back later. Add the flag to my hand, and I'm doing this without using up Dugaries, because Dugaries is once per turn. It's a very valuable board state fixer. So by not using it now, my options are still open. And Saryuja Skulldread will get the Sapphire summoned from my hand. I currently have 1, 2, 3, just 3 crystals showing. But I also don't have to use the Corridor to make Thunder Dragon Colossus. It can also just be another level 4 extender, so I can go into Dugaries, so I can get an additional Sapphire summon, and another crystal on the way to 7 colors. I don't think I need the Skulldread here, but, you know, I'll take it. I'll have an extra summon. I can put back just one of these, and that'll be fine. I will put back Crystal Miracle, and I might find a use for Rainbow Ruins. Okay, so again, I have 1, 2, 3 different crystals showing. This will trigger a Sapphire, which gets me the 4th crystal. Playing Bridge of the Heart will let me summon Cobalt. That will get me 5 crystals. When I go into World Sea Dragon Zealantis, that'll resummon the Sapphire. So now I have 6 crystals. And I can use the 2 Crystal Beasts to make Dugaries. And that will place my 7th crystal. So I've got everything I need here, I think. And I also have a Rainbow Bridge of the Heart search, so I could also go into Golden Rule, and then I wouldn't have to do anything else, really. And it might also mean that even if the opponent does drop a Primal Being, I can make Apollo, and then keep going into Overdrive. And then I'll use Overdrive during the battle phase when they cannot activate Primal to counter it. Or I can just attack one of their regular monsters. My Overdrive will probably have 11,000. Their monsters have 3,000, that's 8,000 damage exactly. So, I've got multiple ways to win here. And the only thing I need to do now to get a 7th crystal is simply use the extra normal summon on that Cobalt Eagle. And I think I also have an option to bounce something. The opponent probably doesn't have anything interesting, but whatever. I've got nothing to lose by doing this. Yeah, of course Chandler leaves right before the win streak. And this is why I love Crystal Beasts. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the 7th is in my hand. So this is guaranteed to end the duel. Unless the opponent has Effect Veiler and Primal waiting, but they probably don't. Oh no! The timer! My mortal enemy. Okay, how quickly can I summon this? Oh jeez, oh jeez. This is putting a new spin on Turbo. Oh, I hate Master Duel so much. Like, I'm clearly not stalling here. I'm clearly playing cards. What are you stopping me for? I have to make sure I have to banish 7 different ones. This. Okay. Cobalt. Topaz, Ruby. My heart is beating so fast right now. Emerald, amber, and a sapphire from the graveyard just to be sure. This should be 7 different crystal beasts for 11,000 attack points. Proceed to the battle phase and attack for game. And if anything goes wrong, I can use the board wipe. Oh my god. I won the Maxi Challenge! Under 10 seconds! Okay. What do we think? Is that worthy to end the stream? Oh my god. And you know, even saving this as a replay wouldn't save the timer. Okay. Okay, Epic Gamers, yeah. Sweet dreams, Nehru. The Crystal Beasts have won the day. Oh my god, what happened? What are the odds that on the final duel, I finally get Nemesis combos and Overdrive, and get the one-hit kill for exact damage with like 7 seconds remaining for my 7 colors? Okay. Thank you for playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. So I think I've won then 10 out of 14 duels on this stream, despite the rough start. Of course, things turn around when Chandler leaves. My gift box here is now full of Legacy Pack tickets. Maybe I'll end this by, I don't know, what do I do? Fish for a couple of Royal Rares in the Crystal Beast pack as I, come down from whatever the heck just happened. Yeah, sure, add some True Dracos to your dream, but every time you activate a card or effect, they're gonna summon something. Is this an Ultra? Okay, so I generate the super, and then that unlocks the Crystal Beast pack, and I can go do some pulls. I should probably save some gems for a Noble Knight deck, but whatever, this is what I want. I want pretty Royal Rare Crystal Beasts. I'll just open the first 2 packs. Wow. Okay, my head hurts from that duel. Oh man, I really hate the timer. A lot of my duels come down to the timer. Ugh, Arcana Force the World, what is this? Speed Duel GX Midterm Destruction? Which I just bought another box of. Wow, that was pitiful. I only got 2 Ultras. We can't feed the Crystal Beasts with that. Oh, that duel. Well, you better watch this back, Chandler. Witness. Okay, I didn't get any Ultras. So now my next pack is guaranteed to have an Ultras. Okay, I'll do another. One last pull. I just want Royal Rares. No, nothing. I got nothing. Just a small number of Ultras to crunch. What is how many rescuees? Oh, this is... You can play some Rescue Ace stuff, and I have a weird Rescue Ace combo that's going to be in the Noble Knight video. Okay. My head hurts a lot. But that happened. I won the Maxi Challenge, and I'm satisfied. Anyone have any closing thoughts before I end this stream and just, like, go collapse after 3.5 hours of this? At least I didn't get hit by double Dark Hole. That happened last time. That was pretty silly. Ouch my head. But alright, it looks like everyone's satisfied with that as the final duel. Taste the rainbow, everybody. I don't know what I'm gonna do for the next stream. I don't want to do just all Master Duel streams forever. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm more like all thoughts head empty, being a what is it, a Galaxy Brain Yu-Gi-Oh combo player. There's really just no space in the head for anything but Yu-Gi-Oh combos with this game. Like, I don't even remember what I was talking about earlier. Oh, I kept saying, I don't think I'm gonna do Master Duel for every stream. I want to play some other games too, but I don't know if I can be entertaining solo doing other games, because with Master Duel, of course, there's plenty to narrate. But I also want to play Breath of the Wild on stream sometime, do a silly challenge with it. Who knows? Just seeing where things are going. I'm not trying to set my expectations too high with my streaming journey. Well, I'm just trying new things. Alright, taste the rainbow, everybody. And see you next week, maybe. Bye! Whoop. Well, that doesn't really work until I hit end stream. Okay, bye!